Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Tony1230 here, and I was up all night watching Olin Rogers. If you haven't seen him, he's an amazing guy. You're probably wondering why my episode was labeled so weird. Well, I figured that I was actually going to take some time and do an episode and tell you guys a little story about my life. Hmm? I mean, it's not going to be as funny as his, but hell, it's worth a shot. So, back in middle school, I don't know how many of you had this. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like a rich or privileged kid, but we had like an activity day, and in this activity day, we were able to pick from a big roster of things. We got to pick two things. The first of which I always picked, or I decided to pick, not because my friend Sean was picking it. Okay, not because of that reason, but but because I like guns. I've loved guns all my life. So here I am picking paintball. So it was paintball and then Castle Fun Park right after, which is like an arcade-esque thing. And I was meeting Matt up after he was done fishing. I think it was. I can't remember where it was. Anyways, so skipping to the day of the event, on the bus I get, and nervous as fuck. I'm shaking. I'm like, I've never been paintballing. I've never been out, with guns at this point. Like, I didn't know how it felt to get shot. I was freaking out. I was having a mini fucking heart attack. Like little middle school Tony was like. Anyway, so on the bus we get, and as soon as we get on the bus, I realize one thing that puts me into more of a trance state. It's not just my grade. This is like just coming on to middle school. It was other grades too, higher grades too. People who had been paintballing before. Oh, middle school Tony did not like that. So, whatever. So, all through the bus ride, Sean was trying to talk to me, and I was giving him the, because I was like. So, we get to this place. It's called Snipers. If you guys want to look it up, it's not a very fancy dancy place, but it's chillax. So, anyway, so up we get to the field, and we all get gathered around this big lecture about safety and the guns, and if you've never been before, the rules and blah blah blah. So we get through all that, and I get my little Tipman custom whatever. For reference, throughout the video, I'm just gonna use this little airsoft gun that I got, um, and so. And off we go. We were told to go way up at the gate until the last match is over. So we do. So we sit there and we get divvied up into teams. I obviously just kind of ran and tagged along with Sean, and Sean kind of did the same. So we were sat there and we're looking across, and most of the older kids were on the other team. And this did not secure my mindset at all. But anyway, so whatever. So the first match begins, and the way the field is laid out is it's a wooden, like it's a fort. It's basically a wall, and it overlooks this kind of valley-esque thing, and it's got cover all in between, kind of tall grass. The gist of a paintball field, just some things laddered about. And then there's it goes up, and it's a mountainside that you can kind of go on too. It's pretty cool. And then on the other side, there's other stuff, but that's not relevant to the story. So, anyway, so here we are, all lined up, all ready to go. The whistle goes. We're on the opposite side, the valley side, where there's literally barren nothing. And then we had to attack the fort, and it was just a team deathmatch, kill everybody, and you win the game. All right, so me and Sean bolt immediately right down, not quite down the middle of the field, but we're off to the right, kind of staying in between the field and the mountainside. And that's pretty much where we stayed the entire game. Okay, not gonna lie, nothing happened. I cowered in a freaking trench the entire time. I was terrified and out of shape and huffing and puffing from a freaking 2-meter sprint. But I was alive. Oh, I was alive. I was darting my face left and right. I had my gun ready, like clenched up against me, and I was like, I got this. So here I am, cowering in this thing, and then next thing I know, the whistle blows. Game over. And I stood up and I was like, Team was scrubs. For all I knew, they were. The game lasted maybe 3 minutes. So now it's our turn to swap, and so up to this quote unquote fortress we went, and to give you guys a little insight, so you guys can kind of further understand the story, it is like I said, it's literally a wall, okay, a really big wall, and it has 2 doorways on either side, and then you can kind of get up and around into it, like because there's just a wall like that. It's just curved like that, so you can go up and around. And one of them was through the forest, through the forest that kind of goes up along the mountainside, and there was a bunker stationed on that side. So it's like a bunker as the wall is like this. There's like a bunker right there, so they can get anybody coming out and kind of defend the inside of the base as well. And so that's down. Let's see, that's down on my left side. There's also 2 towers stationed in between, in the middles of each side of the wall, and there's a little middle standing ground, and then there's a right side with a little tower. And anyway, so me and Sean were stationed up in the right-hand side tower, looking out over the field, and then the mountain was to our left. So up we go, up in this tower, feeling pretty confident about last round, being our first round of paintball. So here we go. We sit up, and whistle blows, and okay, got my gun this time. I'm not freaking out as much. I'm covered. I'm in a safe, secure situation. So me and him, we just pop, get back, ping, 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 pop, ting, 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 ting. Okay, I'm feeling good. This is paintball, All right. Keep in mind, I have not been shot up until this point. So, and we're going, and I'm like, how did these fucking scrubs lose? This is a fortress. Nobody could penetrate my fortress. Nobody. It's like my freaking... It's like, just like Fort Knox. Like, nobody's getting in here. That's where I was wrong. Turns out that their tactic was so blatantly obvious, we didn't think about it. We didn't think about it at all. We gave it 0 effort. Their tactic was to send a mass majority of their team downfield, and then flank us with a small platoon of really good older kids. And they went up through the mountain and into the mountain forest. And we didn't know that, It's fucking, we're just kids with guns, and looking up, I see like a guy bolting behind cover, and I'm like, Sean! And he's looking at his paintball, he's like, what? Guy! And we light, anyways, so we sat there, and for minutes, we just let off paint, let it all out, just sprayed it. And, so, eventually, from the left-hand side, we hear a whole exchange of fire. And I'm sitting there, and I realize this one thing. We had 3 guys stationed in a bunker. In that bunker that covered the left wing of the base. And here I am thinking, yeah, this is a fortress from the front. So, I did what any good man would do in a situation like this. Realizing this, I peeked my fucking head out from the tower, and I looked at the bunker. 3 guys walked out with their hands up, meaning they had been hit. Now realizing how easy it is to get into our base, little Tony gets back to Sean, and he goes, shit, I think they're getting in to the left. And he went, no way, they're all out here. And I went, no, everybody's down out that way. And he's like, oh shit. And so I look back, and I see a muzzle peek out through the bunker. I thought, that's not ours. And he was aiming towards the left-hand tower. Tony, being the smart kid that he was, bails out of the fucking tower. I just jumped out of this fucking tower. This wasn't a small tower, by the way. Well, maybe it is now, but it wasn't a small tower back then. It was like fucking jumping off of a fucking roof. to a treehouse. And down I went. I landed it. I got up. And I saw my opportunity. This fucker, he was leaning out through the window, trying to get an angle on the guys in the tower. I thought, no. You know what? I'm going to be the hero here. Tony's going to be the hero. So, everything just stopped. I can see this guy clear as fucking day. He has no idea where I am. I've got the jump on this guy. Okay? Got the jump on him. So everything stops. Like, everything went dead quiet. I don't know if you guys have ever had an experience like that. Everything just goes, like, Sean could have been yelling in my ear, and I would have not have heard it. All I heard was my heartbeat. So I sat there, and it was true fashion, slow motion. Like, I was bringing up my gun, and as I get my gun up, I'm ADS, and we're aiming down the sights, and I go to pull. Immediately, mid trigger press, I get 3 fucking rounds. 1 under the nipple. Ow. Second one in the side. Third one in the waist. And I just clenched. And I caught myself, but I was practically in tears. As I raised my hand up, leaving the field, I turned my head, in tears, to see Brad. Brad was an older kid. He was a year older than us, and he was one of those jock types, you know. And I swear, I muttered under my breath that I was going to get him back for this. Oh, you believe me, I was going to get him back for this. So, as I sat there in the waiting room, or the waiting area there, practically crying, I sat there and I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to get him back, So I sat there and I pondered. 3rd round begins. They introduced us to this thing. And, at this moment, I was back to trembling because I didn't realize how bad it hurt to get shot when I was that young, at that close of a range. Because he was in the forest. I forgot to mention, because there's a bunker here, and he was in the forest there, covering anybody that would attack these guys. And I just, again, I wasn't thinking about it. But I knew him because he had a white shirt. Not like a white shirt like this, but like a dirty white, like you use it for outdoor shit. But anyways. So they introduced us to this thing, next round. This wonderful game that I don't know how anything else other than a lemming could have come up with, called Speedball. All you paintball fans are probably like, yeah, Speedball! It was suicide. Okay? It was fucking suicide. For all those people who don't know what Speedball is, it is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. We all got down on that field. One team starts here, one team starts here, there's a flag in the middle, your ass has to go up, grab the flag, and bring it all the way back. But every 3 minutes, you were pushed move up! And you had to move up, and move up. And to the point where it was like fucking mafia executing each other. Like literally, I could have just been like, huh, and like touched the guy in the face and blown his fucking face off. Like, so stupid. Anyways. So the game begins. Everybody sprints for the freaking little lick of tire and barrel that there was scattered about. We all just bolt and get nailed to that cover. Paint goes flying already, whatever. Because we are already in shooting range of each other. So my team, my little platoon that I was grouped with, they were like, okay, and you get on the edge of this sheet metal wall. Okay, I was cool with that. And watch the left-hand flank. Alright, the only thing I had to cover was a zigzagged trench that had a little wall, so that when you came up out of the trench, it would kind of protect your face a little bit, For those of you who don't know what a trench is, it's like an indictment in the ground. It's where you go and jump in and hide. It's like ground. It's like, wow. Anyways, so okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. So move up, move up, move up. So now I'm pretty much right beside the end of the trench. The trench wasn't very long. I have to take a breath for this one. Now, you won't believe me, and that's fine. Go right ahead and not believe me. Every word I'm saying of this is true so far. Well, so far, and it's going to be true the entire time. I kid you not. So I sat there. I was behind my little sheet metal wall event, like that I moved it up to. Whatever. Bam. And so I'm just looking. I've got about 200 out of the 400 paintballs left. I've been burned through half a hopper, and I look up, and I remember this moment so perfectly. I look up, and guess who bolts out of cover like a fucking leopard? I thought, no way. No way, Jose. He bolts out. He was practically sideways when he bolted. He just boosh, boosh, and off he went, gun in tow, like this. Bah, bah, bah. I don't know why he did it. I don't know why. It's not like I had been shooting. It's not like I had not made myself known that there is a left-hand side to this wall of people. Here he goes, bolting off, I suppose, for the trench. This is my moment. This is my moment that I've been waiting for. Again, everything kind of slowed, and I thought, no fucking way, this is my one chance. I cannot fuck this chance up. If I fuck this chance up, there is no redemption for me. There is no redemption at all. So, gun in tow. I just kind of peeked up and I watched this, and I was like, no fucking way. So, I leapt up over, and he got shot in the back. Well, in that moment in time, nothing else mattered to me more than to unload on that fucker. So I did. I'm gonna admit right now that I'm one of those people that overkilled somebody. I fucking aimed, but I wasn't aiming. I just went, ugh. And the rest of it, I was trying to dodge because the people on the right-hand flank was trying to shoot over to the left, and I was dodging like this, and I looked back up, and by the time I looked back up, I had unloaded, I'm gonna say, 100 paintballs of my 2. 50 paintballs, I estimated 50 paintballs missed, and they went, wherever. It was just a hand-me-down gun, whatever. The other 50. Went straight to his paintballs. It's not the best part of the story just yet. So, he got shot in the back. So he was, and then whack, 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 whack. And he peeled, ate it over that small barrier, and straight into the trench. Woo! After the fact, I went down, laid my gun down, put my hand on my mask, and I just started kicking, laughing. After that, I raised my hand up, went out. I said, "Oh, I'm out of paint." Oh, okay. That was a rule for the newbies. If you're out of paint, you could put your hand up and get out. And I did. And I sat down in the waiting area. And I took off my mask, and I just sat there with my hand in my face. And I was just trying to hold it back so much as trying. When you're in that hysterical laughing, you're like... Who sits down in front of me? Me being the troll I am. Oh, Brad, what happened? What happened? You okay? Oh. Where'd you get hit? It doesn't look like you got hit. He stood up and showed me. It was like it was like I had my cake and I gotta eat it too, you know, wherever that expression goes. I gotta sit there and I just gotta marvel in my Picasso that I painted upon his crotch. I went, oh, ah, shit, man. So sorry. Oh, who did that? I don't know. Was his response? I don't know. I went, oh shit. You know, you want me to go get you some ice or something? He's like, do I? All right. On the bus, I told Sean. There was no cease and laughter until we got to Castle Fun Park. It was a good day. It was a good day. So that was my story. If you guys liked it, go ahead and slap that like button. And if you guys want more, and the only way that you will get more is by posting a comment down below saying, Tony, please post more stories. And I will. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next episode of whatever I make. Peace out. Thank you all for watching my video. It definitely means a lot to me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you do, go ahead and slap the like button. And if you really liked it, go ahead and hit the subscribe. You know it's gonna get better. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I make. Peace out.